Well, good morning. I realized I hadn't made a video about why I'm even at the Consumer Electronics Show. I do this every year. I go to the Consumer Electronics Show. This is like my 12th year going. And, this is a work trip for me. Like, why does Case Western Reserve University send you to the Consumer Electronics Show? Well, there's a couple of reasons. The first one is I am one of the people responsible for our media lab. I always tell people I run the media lab because I do, but it takes a village, but most of the decisions about like what hardware and software come to me. So for me, this is a lot of like shopping. Not that I'm going to spend any money here. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to spend my money on. Also, it allows me to build relationships. As an educational institution, it allows me to have face-to-face conversations with some of these vendors and leverage discounts that normally you wouldn't be able to leverage. Matter of fact, there have been years where after 3 years of talking to one vendor, he finally came up with an educational discount program, which made me feel really good, and then a year later went out of business. Not because of me. The other thing that we are looking, I'm always looking for good trends. What's really going on? So people say, oh, look at this, but you can't always believe the hype. And there's a lot of hype here as well, but until I see it in person, I can say like, yes, I saw it do that versus like, no, that was a bunch of hype. You can't get that by just surfing the web and looking at other people's reports. Now, I am a member of the media, and that gives me extra ins here, and work does allow for me to sort of, I cover food tech, that's not for work. Though, interestingly enough, there is overlap with everything, because one of the other things that I do at work is I help people solve problems. We work with researchers to solve their research and technology problems. We're not just tech support. We're trying to come up with bigger and better ways of doing it. And frequently, it is my massive exposure to everything, modern that's available, and having lists of people to contact that when people come to me and say, I'm trying to do X, and I go, ooh, I know somebody who's doing X. I know somebody who, and that type of thing, that type of relationship is very, very useful. So this is like my training for the year. This feeds the stuff, which is why sometimes you're like, oh, this is a waste of time. And sometimes it's amazing. So for me, for work, specifically, I'm going to be looking at anything relating to audio and video, anything relating to photography, anything relating to digitization, scanning, gaming, 3D printing, any of the things that are, high-end, things like that. I'm also going to be looking at what does the landscape of automation look like? What does the landscape of AI look like, though AI is all the hype. When it comes to medical stuff, I am going to be looking at a lot of the medical tech because I'm interested in sort of the sensors that are out there. Not that I'm going to be working with sensor integration, but I do want to know what's sort of coming down the pike. My own personal thing, I'm looking always at medical stuff. I'm always looking at food tech, but even some stuff like simple things like headphones and mobile and things like that. Those types of accessories, we lend those types of things. There are lots of little types of things that would be very useful in a try before you buy environment. So very wide range of technologies. Again, I hate car tech because it does make me feel like RoboCop, the original RoboCop, where it's like, let's tear down Detroit to build a new city, where most car tech feels like the world would be a better place if there weren't any poor people in it. I know that's not how they mean it, but it is. So I'll glance at it, but that's not where I spend my time. So really, I'm here to see almost everything. I'm here to see the trends. And having been here for a very, very long time, some of the things are just like, oh, look, you're back with the latest version of that thing. And that doesn't excite me. But then like I didn't get a demo yet at B Haptics, though I know them very well. I'm like, what do you have this year? And they're like, we have a revised vest and revised arm, and everything is revised. And while at another booth, I'm going to go, well, who cares? At this booth, I'm like, really? And what are your price points? And what the experience like? So much good stuff. And I mean, again, I've only been here for one day and I'm already amazed. That's the end of the video.